It's the Rams. It's the Bucs. Let's get this week started right. Game on! It's time for the NBL Live pregame show. And welcome to the NBL Live pregame show. We appreciate all of you tuning in. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man, Sonny Weaver. We're taking you up to today's Week 8 game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Los Angeles Rams. Should be a great matchup tonight, and as always, we got to let you know about our graphic sponsor, our pregame sponsor. That's web3cast.com. They are just at the absolute best here. They do a ton of graphics for our entire NBL network, including our original shows and NBL Live. And they're doing a great deal for the fans of NBL Live and fans of the NBL network. If you go to web3cast.com, you place an order, and you let them know NBL sent you, All Business will give you 15% off your entire order. I highly recommend it. Please, just take advantage. Just take advantage. Web3cast.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. Sonny Weaver, little Sunday night NBL action. We got the Bucs and the Rams, two teams looking to prove themselves here on NBL Live.
And this will be an interesting one. We've got two young teams. Some would be even saying that they're kind of heading in the opposite direction. The Rams team had that spike, and they tend to be on the downslide now. The Bucs team, people are waiting for this team to explode, and I think you could see that tonight.
Should be a very interesting matchup of very young teams that have taken advantage of their high draft position to get some talented players. Let's take a look at some players to watch for today's game between the Bucs and the Rams. First on the side of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, it is their young wide receiver, Derek Tanner, and he is having a fantastic season so far. 35 catches, 561 yards, and 5 touchdowns. And Sonny, so many times we talk about wide receivers here on NBL Live. You see that receiving touchdown number very low, but yardage very high. Those guys that stretch the field but maybe don't find the end zone. This guy is a scorer. He finds a way to get points for this team, an offense that really needs their passing attack to be effective.
Really, yeah. And when we talk about it, this team's got weapons everywhere. Obviously, Tanner Goodwin and a slew of other guys there. But little surprised at the reception touchdown number, not quite as high as you would expect, but he can break it off. He can get away from him. I think the issue may be that he's a smaller framed guy. He's not breaking any tackles. He's kind of the guy that's, you know, he needs that space. So the quarterback needs to do a better job of throwing him into space. I think that's when we're going to really see some of those touchdown numbers explode.
On the flip side, for the Los Angeles Rams, it is their running back, Todd Gurley. And Todd Gurley's a little bit of a slow start of the season on the ground. 76 carries, only 256 yards. They'd love to see that number up more. But the interesting part is he has 17 catches for 121 yards. Sonny, they're trying to get Todd Gurley the ball in creative ways. Their offensive line maybe not taking advantage and helping Todd Gurley out, so they're using him out of the backfield, and he's become a real nice safety valve for A.J. Baggs.
I think what Todd Gurley is really doing here is he's trying to help Baggs because Baggs can't see down the field very well right now. He's throwing way too many interceptions. One of the only throws they can make is the dump off to the flat. So if I am the Buccaneers tonight, which I know Play Partner does listen to this show, I'm playing a lot of flats and underneath. I'm telling my guys we are going to make them beat us over the top. Todd Gurley is not going to beat me. The throws to the flats are not going to beat me. The only thing that's going to beat me is if they can take those shots downfield, and I don't think they can beat me that way.
Yeah, interesting storyline to watch, Sonny, is the quarterback for the Los Angeles Rams, A.J. Baggs. This guy took the league by storm last year, was really effective for the Rams, and led them to a real nice record, challenging for that playoff spot. But this year he's taken a step back. I mean, that sophomore slump, it seemed to caught a lot of people off guard. What can you say is one of the biggest factors for a player going from a star in their rookie season to, less than that in their second season?
Well, in the sophomore year, people figure it out. And I was on record last year saying I was not that impressed with the guy. I feel like he cannot make throws over 10, 15 yards downfield. And to win in this league, you've got to be able to make reads. You've got to be able to make throws down the field. And if you do not do that, people are going to pick on you. They're going to start pressing up on you. They're going to start playing underneath. They're going to start sending the heat, and they're going to make you beat them over top. If you don't have the balls, the cojones to take that shot, you are not going to win, and I think that's A.J. Baggs' issue.
All right, well, hey, we're about ready to send this out to the game. Week 8 NBL Live broadcast 211 here on the NBL Network, but you got to let me know, Sonny, who do you like? Everybody out there, who do you like in this game? Post your predictions in the chat. Sonny, is it going to be AJ Baggs? Maybe getting a little redemption, proving himself on NBL Live under the bright lights at home, or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, one of the youngest and I think one of the most talented teams in terms of pure talent. They can come away with a big victory on the road.
I'm going to go ahead and take Tampa Bay in this one. I'm going to go 24-13 Tampa Bay over the Rams. I think the Rams struggle to get anything going offensively, and I think Tanner, Hale, Goodwin, the wide receiver core for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, really light this one up.
Well, we are ready to send it out to the game, folks. We appreciate you tuning into the NBL Live pregame show, but it is game time here on the NBL Network. Coming up next, it's a battle of two teams with plethora of young talent. Which one will come out on top under the bright lights of NBL Live? It is the Rams and the Bucs facing off tonight. Should be a great matchup right here on NBL Live.
My name is Rex Dixon.
Jake Stein.
Clint from EA Sports.
You're watching NBL.
You're watching the NBL Network. And you're watching the NBLN Network.
Empty backfield for Atkins. He's going to be dropping back to pass here on 4th down. He's looking deep over the middle. He has a man. It's Brandon Cooks who catches it, makes a man miss.
Oh, that's
Woodard is dropping back. He's got open over the middle.
Wow.
That big playmaker
Look
ability
at
as
him
he
go.
finds him again.
Into the end zone. Another touchdown. Little Sunday night CFM action here on twitch.tv/NBL Network. Welcome to NBL Live broadcast number 211. We've got week 8 action today. It is the Los Angeles Rams sitting there at 1-5, taking on the 2-5 Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man Sonny Weaver. Sonny, a battle between two very young teams. A lot of new names out there on both sides. Guys that maybe a lot of people haven't heard of. You're going to get to see some very talented players out there tonight.
Especially on this Tampa Bay team. Their whole starting lineup, they're guys to watch out for. You may be able to name 1 or 2 guys on there, but this is a young, talented team.
Sonny, one of the most interesting things I saw just in the pregame graphics before we went online is this Tampa Bay team, they're converting third downs at 47%. But they're still sitting here at only 2 wins. What is going on? Because they're very efficient on third down.
That usually lends itself to turnovers. You can make those third downs, but unfortunately at some point your drive gets shut down by, one bad read or one bad handoff that just doesn't quite take there.
And right there, trying to run it on first down. Nothing doing on first down for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's take a look at the players to watch for the Buccaneers. For today's game, Stephen Greenway at quarterback, Jarius Whitner, you just saw Derek Tanner, wide receiver, talking about it in the pregame, Quan Alexander and Dextrell Durham on the defensive side of the ball. And Sonny, this game, I think, for the Buccaneers, it goes the way that Stephen Greenway goes. As he comes out under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. He's got Jarius Whitner in the backfield as he drops back to pass on second down. Looking, waiting, throws it underneath. Surprised he didn't go. Looked like the post route might have been open, but he takes a safe throw underneath. As I said, Sonny, this game goes as Greenway goes. If he can keep the ball in their team's hands, the Bucs are going to have a real good chance to win this game.
And it's unfortunate right there that they didn't take that post route. I think that was going to be a big play, and I think that may be Tampa Bay just trying to take it easy here early in this game. It's going to come down to turnovers, who can hang on to the ball better, who can convert some of these third downs like we were talking before. But that post route, that's going to be big here because you are going to get a lot of cover 2 from this Rams team.
And now we can see this very good team on third down, try to take advantage. It's Greenway in the shotgun, 3 wide receivers over the left side, 1 tight end on the right side of that formation on 3rd and 4. It's going to be Greenway dropping back to pass, 4-man rush from the Rams, waiting, lobs it over to the left side. I don't know if that's where he wanted to go. That pass was relatively inaccurate. The coverage was good over there. And the Buccaneers are going to be forced to go 3 and out.
And that just wasn't a good play for the defense they were running against. It was good coverage downfield. I would even consider taking off there if I was Greenway, but nonetheless, not the way you wanted to come out here with your first drive.
Colbster in the chat asking, what is the Rams' record again? The Rams are coming in at 1-5 in that NFC West. We talked about it on Highly Debatable. If you missed it, check it out on our YouTube channel after the game, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League. Highly Debatable, our live debate show. Sonny, they're part of this NFC West that is about as far as you can be from the NFC best.
Yeah, it's a competitive race.
That's called silver lining right there, folks. As 1st and 10 for the Los Angeles Rams. Todd Gurley in the backfield, 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side for the Rams. And it's changing up the play. He's got Sammy Watkins split out to the left. He's got Bryant split out to the right. Bryant coming in motion. It's going to be a pass play on 1st down, looking underneath, and it is complete to Bryant, who takes a couple steps back and ends up only getting 3 yards on the play. Bags taking the drag route underneath. Not a great route run, though, by Bryant.
Dez Bryant, I can't believe he is even still in the league. This guy has slowed down tremendously. If you want to look at the issues that the Rams may be having, it may be that they're running Dez Bryant out there. What are they thinking?
We got some predictions in the chat. Homer saying Bucs in a close one, 21-20. WSU Cougs saying 31-10 Bucs. Some here saying, did he run backwards? He absolutely did. He had 5 yards on the play and tried to get cute and try to get a little... I think he tried to use the speed that is no longer there to get around the defender. Dez Bryant, not a speedy receiver anymore. As Bags is under center on 2nd and 7, he's going to hand it off to Todd Gurley over the right side. He's met in the hole but fights through the tackle to the 27-yard line. Now let's take a look at some of the players to watch for the Los Angeles Rams. And for those Rams, it's A.J. Bags at quarterback, Todd Gurley at halfback, Robert Woods at wide receiver, Alec Ogletree and Adonis Milburn. And Ogletree and Milburn provide a real stout defensive linebacker core for these Rams. Sonny, they are tough to get through, especially in the running game.
Yeah, and you also see Dante Hightower out there at times as well.
3rd and 3, it's going to be a handoff to Todd Gurley over the right side. He's got the 1st down and more, using a little trickeration there. Tampa Bay not expecting the Rams to run it on 3rd and 3. They take advantage, weak box. And Sonny, great recognition by the Rams, seeing that weak box out there and handing the ball off to their star running back.
Anytime I see that 3-3-5 formation, I love to run. I will check to a run. 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, doesn't matter. If I get that 3-3-5 and I have a strong box, I am going to run against it.
1st and 10 now for the Rams as Bags comes out under center. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Watkins to the left, Dez Bryant to the right, Todd Gurley in the backfield on 1st down. Bags dropping back to pass, blitz coming. He lobs it over to the left side for Sammy Watkins, and boy, it was one-on-one coverage. He had the wide receiver out there to make the play. They set some pressure, and Sonny, that throw by A.J. Bags wasn't nearly on the money.
No, it looked like it was thrown right to Tampa Bay. I'm not real sure what he was looking at there. In that play, you've got one deep safety there, and you've got to see which side he's going to. He threw it too early. He hadn't let the safety declare, and that kind of screwed up his motion there.
JY in the chat saying that Loft let the corner make a play. 2nd and 10 for A.J. Bags and the Rams. Bunch formation, 3 to the right, 1 over to the left, 3 to the left, 1 over to the right side. Todd Gurley in the backfield. As Bags drop back to pass, blitz picked up nicely, has a man underneath. It is Sammy Watkins, but not a whole lot there. And this is the problem with the Rams this year. Sonny, we saw A.J. Bags push it down the field, make some great reads. He was on NBL Live and looked very good. Seems like here in the 2nd year, they're relegating him to a lot of underneath throws, and he just doesn't have a whole lot of confidence.
Right, and there was an in route about 10 yards deeper down the field that was wide open that he waited just a second longer he would have made.
3 wide receivers out there for the Rams on 3rd and 7. Bags in the shotgun as he drops back to pass. Waiting, stepping up. He's throwing it over to the corner route on the left side, and it is Woods. Bags finding Woods in the pocket. It is complete, but boy, the amount of air that was under that ball, Sonny Weaver, almost made a much tougher catch for Robert Woods on the sidelines.
Yeah, the lob passes so far in this game from both teams have been kind of interesting. I'm not sure they're really necessary in either of the times we've seen them.
Now 1st and 10, I formation as Bags drops back to pass on 1st down. Looks to the out route on the right side. Bryant makes the catch and makes an unnecessary juke. Boy, the safety had fallen down and he had the corner beat. If he doesn't make that juke move, he is gone. Instead, he's taken down to the 18-yard line. It's a 1st down nonetheless.
And Dez Bryant isn't juking or fooling anyone at this time. He's a glorified tight end.
Just settle down, Dez. 1st and 10 for Bags and the Rams as Bags drops back to pass on 1st down. Looks underneath it. It's complete to Everett, who needed to keep going to the sidelines there, young fella. But he gets up to the 8-yard line, picks up the 1st down. I think it was MBM in the chat What is A.J. Baggs' throw power? 94. 94 throw power, 91 short arc, 87 mid, 85 deep. Sonny, no doubt Baggs is talented.
Oh, for sure. The guy's got talent. There's just questions about his decision making, and at times his, I guess, the choice of his pitch, you would say. Baseball,
by the way,
can you?
Des Bryant so far only has 9 catches on the year. He's been targeted quite a bit early. He had 1 catch in each of the last 2 games. First and goal for the Rams, and is an I formation shown once again. Todd Gurley at the top of that I. Watkins to the left. Robert Woods now coming over to the left side as well, putting 2 wide receivers over on the left, 1 tight end on the right side. And they're going to get a jump on that play from Muhammad Wilkerson. It's going to give him a free 4 yards. If anyone was wondering what Des Bryant's stats are, Sonny, ready? 89 speed, 81 excel.
79 agility.
79 agility. No bueno. It's no bueno. He is not fooling anyone. As a shout out to Decadog, he finally got his net back up. I'm not sure if he's talking about his internet or a fishing net, but congrats, Deca. I'm proud of you. First and goal, I formation. Todd Gurley at the top of the I. Bryant split out to the right. Watkins split out to the left. Minute 23 and counting here in the first quarter. Play action pass, roll out. Boy, that was just bad all around as he finds the fullback Jusic underneath. Sonny, here's my question. Why are we seeing Des Bryant split out more? Robert Woods still very talented and at least more athletic.
Yeah, this whole thing's been interesting. I was kind of laughing about Tampa Bay's defender tripping there when he had a clean shot at Baggs, but why do you run that play down there? It's too tight. You don't really have anywhere to make the throw there. You don't have any time or space to really spread out with that kind of, slide route there. Interesting play call.
Interesting indeed as they give back the 4 yards they got on the offside. It's going to bring up a second and goal. Toss, play to Todd Gurley. Not a lot of people out there. Gurley trying to use his speed. Gurley tries a spin move. Is it just me, or does it feel like getting a little too complicated on the sticks? Just take the outside route. Let Gurley explode to the edge. No need to try a spin move there.
If he runs for the pylon, he is in right now. He may make contact at the pylon, but he's going to fall in. But you've got Todd Gurley. What are you doing?
It's just frustrating to watch. The excessive stick moves and attempted hits. It just run the play. Third and goal. Run a little counter play with Todd Gurley. He's got the room to get in the end zone. He goes for the air truck. He gets in. The air truck 100% should have kept him out. But some poor angles gets it in. Touchdown Rams. Todd Gurley finding the end zone. Oh boy, oh boy.
He scored in spite of himself with that. The amount of messed up runs,
boy.
And here we go.
That
nice
was
kick.
wide left.
Wow.
What? Anywho, I think we're finding out a little bit why this team has only 1 win on the season. Drock in the chat. Ghost Truck nearly cost him. As the Buccaneers are going to get the ball back here, and they're going to return it all the way up past the 30-yard line. And that's where we can see Stephen Greenway and the offense stuttered a little bit on their first drive, a 3 and out. What are you looking for from the Bucs on this one?
I'm looking for drag routes to Hale and Tanner. I want to get that speed running here early. Try to take advantage. Wait till throw it till you get out towards kind of that flat area. But I want to get those guys in space. I want to see some electricity happen.
Yeah, 1st and 10 now. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as Stephen Greenway comes out, pistol formation, Whitner in the backfield, 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the right, 1 to the left side. It's going to be a pass play here on 1st and 10. Quick throw to the flat. It is complete to the fullback coming out of the backfield, but good coverage out there, losing 1 on the play. Maybe a little bit of a quick decision. Sonny, I'm looking at the play art. It looks like a play that should beat those 2 deep safeties, but Greenway got rid of that quickly.
Yeah, you got rid of it too quick, and it really wasn't even there. You had the underneath coverage out there in the flats. I'm not sure why he made that throw unless it was one read and chuck it, but got to stand in the pocket. The pass rush wasn't anything crazy there. Stand in the pocket, make a better read.
2nd and 11, pistol formation for Greenway. That'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 6-0 your score. LA on top. Tampa Bay trying to find the end zone on their second drive. Again, we appreciate you all tuning into NBL Live broadcast number 211 here on the NBL Network. If you're watching over on YouTube channel, youtube.com/Madden Bomber League, come over and join us at twitch.tv/NBL Network. We're watching the chat over here, but we appreciate everybody who is tuning into NBL Live. I'm OSU. I'm hanging out with my man Sonny Weaver for today's broadcast. A little Sunday night CFM action. And we hope you guys are having a wonderful Sunday, and maybe we'll start off your week right with a great game here on NBL Live. 2nd and 11. I formation, Stephen Greenway under center, 2 wide receivers out there. As we start the second quarter, they're on the 29-yard line. Greenway's going to toss it out to Jerry Switner on the left side, and he's got some room out there trying to get going. It looked like the pulling blocker, boy, if the pulling blocker can just get enough speed to pick up one of those, he is running for a while. Instead, it's still a 9-yard gain, going to bring up a 3rd and 2.
And those are one of those plays where the running back has to see what's going on there. He's got to kind of stutter just a little bit to let his blocker get out there and get a piece of the defender, because if he does, it becomes a really big play there for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, now 3rd and 2 for the Buccaneers. Let's see what they do on this one. As 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end out there for the Bucs. Jerry Switner to the right of Stephen Greenway in the shotgun. They're going to hand it off to Jerry Switner. The blocking is out there. He has the first down and more. Oh, nice play call right there. A little taste of their own medicine. The Rams running 3rd down play. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers seeing the at least semi-weak box, runs it to the outside. And Jerry Switner, boy, he is an athletic running back who has some breakaway speed.
He does have the breakaway speed, and I'd like to see Tampa Bay ride that a little bit here. You've got a guy who can make something happen. The quarterback's not doing much for you. Try to find ways to get playmakers involved. Shotgun
formation for Greenway. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right, 1 over to the left side. Jerry Switner to the left of Stephen Greenway as he drops back on 1st and 10. Waiting. Oh, he's going to take a shot over the top, looking for his man, and a nice play on the use ring. That looked like Jenkins out there on Tanner. I like seeing teams take a shot, Sonny, but boy, the speed on that drag route underneath, he had at least 3 steps on the defender, and there wasn't a whole lot of other defenders out there with that cover 1. He could have still been running. They could have picked up 30 yards.
Right. I was going to say you appreciate guys taking shots, but that why he was coming across the field. He was wide open. There was nobody around because it was man coverage. You had streaks pushing the rest of the defense upfield. You've got to see that, and you've got to use that there because that would have been a big play for Tampa Bay.
Empty backfield, 5 wide receivers for Stephen Greenway as he drops back to pass on 2nd and 10. 3-man rush from the Rams. It is this time he takes the underneath route, picks up a couple up to the 45-yard line. 3 receptions, only 15 yards so far for Stephen Greenway, but another 3rd and short.
And see, you had man coverage in the previous play. You get zone there, and you can see why it's not as open. Anytime you can get man coverage against the drag route, and you've got speed like they do, that's the throw you got to make.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 21st passing offense, the worst rushing offense in the NBL. As Greenway comes out, 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 over to the right. He takes the snap on 3rd and 2, waiting. The blitz picked up nicely. Has a man open underneath. It is complete, and he'll take it up to the 30-yard line. Nice job there by Stephen Greenway. Sonny, I'm impressed. The Rams have been sending a lot of pressure so far, and the Buccaneers' offensive line is holding up.
They are holding up well, and actually right there, he had a dealer's choice. He had the underneath route there, but he also had his guy in the flat wide open there. So anytime you get that cover 3 blitz, the flats are going to be wide open.
1st and 10 for Stephen Greenway and the Buccaneers as Greenway dropping back to pass on 1st down. Looks over to the left side. He completes it to Mike Evans. Still around, 99 overall. Sonny and Evans, he's still very athletic, still very talented. He is 5th on this team in receptions. It doesn't look like Evans has really lost a step. Still has those great hands and still has the ability to get open.
Yeah, Mike Evans is still a good wide receiver. It's surprising he's been pushed so far down, but a lot of talent in this receiving core here.
Now 1st and 10 as they're inside the 15-yard line trying to get some red zone points. It's going to be a handoff to Jerry Switner, a little counter play. It looked like Whitner just went way too wide on that counter. Got to cut that upfield as he ran directly into the cornerback over there, Jenkins. Get 3 yards on the play, going to bring up a 2nd and 7.
Should have been following number 77. That big left tackle, follow him right up the field. That's what he needs to do. He tried to get too tricky there. Stay on the left tackle's outside hip and run it upfield.
Eric in the chat saying good defense or bad offense. Just tuning in. A little bit of some offensive struggles early for both teams, but 6-0. There's a touchdown and a missed extra point. As it's a shotgun formation for Greenway on 2nd and 7. He'll drop back to pass. 4-man rush from the Rams, looking underneath. I think Mike Evans almost got decapitated right there. I was fully expecting to see his helmet on the ground.
Where's the flag on that? I thought that was pass interference.
It looked early.
The guy got there before the ball.
Apparently not. Che Y in the chat saying Mike Evans a second thought when he drafts stud wide receivers every year. The shiny new models are distracting. Take out the old reliable one. As now a 3rd and 7 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Stephen Greenway under center. He's got Whitner in the backfield. Let's see what the Buccaneers decide to do. Is it's going to be Greenway dropping back to pass. Looks underneath. And tough throw in between the zone. Looked like they had it fully covered. Probably a cover 2 out there. That was a cover 6, which is an interesting defense to run here on the goal line, Sonny. But it gets the job done and forces Tampa Bay to kick a field goal.
And now we are getting into something interesting. Obviously, that extra point missed by LA is big, and you're only down a field goal, so you're feeling okay for Tampa Bay. LA, you got to get something going here with the offense. They had a pretty decent drive last go, and if they can score here before half, I think they're feeling pretty good about this game.
This Buccaneers defense, a lot of points given up, 30, that puts them 30th in the league. A lot of that attributed, Sonny, to some turnovers that have gone the other way. When the offense is giving up points to the other team, it's never good. But yardage-wise, they're the number 6 passing yardage defense. They really lock down. They have some great corners out there.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about the defense. We'll see. We'll see what's going to happen here.
As the Rams coming back out on the field. Let's take a look at A.J. Baggs' stats. On the season, 47% completion percentage, under 1,000 yards, 3 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. As on 1st and 10s, it's Baggs under center with 3 wide receivers, Watkins and Woods to the left, Bryant over to the right, Todd Gurley in the backfield. It's going to be Baggs dropping back to pass, rolling out to the right side. He's going to find Everett, the tight end. Nice patience there from A.J. Baggs. Sonny, did I read that correctly? 47% completion percentage?
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough.
And with 9 interceptions, only 3 touchdowns, he's completing a pretty good percentage to the other team. Key for the LA Rams has got to be keeping the ball in your own team's hands. As on 1st and 10, it's Baggs I formation. Looks like he run a little counterplay to Todd Gurley, trying to get around the outside, and he does, blocking good downfield. He has the first down, showing off the wheels. There was the time for the spin move, Sonny. That was the appropriate moment as Gurley picks up some extra yardage up to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, it was about time that Gurley finally figured out what he should be doing out there with the ball carrier moves instead of just kind of flailing. And that's really been an issue so far today. A lot of flailing out there.
1st and 10, I formation. Gurley at the top of that I, Watkins to the left, Bryant out to the right. As he's going to move Bryant all the way over to the left side of the field, putting only 1 tight end on the right side. And all that movement, it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 6-3 your score, Sonny. Do you see any team right now with an advantage, or is this fairly evenly matched going into the last moments of the first half?
I actually really like what I'm seeing from this LA Rams offense, other than some interesting decisions by Todd Gurley on what to do with the ball. I really think this team's going to be able to put some points up.
1st and 10. 2 wide receivers over to the left side once again. It's going to be a play-action pass. Baggs rolling out to the right side. He's got a man open, but he waited way too late. And what a play by the user getting back there and picking that ball off. It was Quan Alexander. Sonny, some solid usering by the Tampa Bay defense. An old player. He may be old, but he knows what to do out there on defense.
Yeah, perfect timing there for Quan Alexander, and it's unfortunate because Baggs did wait just a second too long, and actually had he still stuck instead of going with that cross or going with that more deeper kind of skinny post, it probably would have been a touchdown. So, Baggs just late on the throw, and when you're late on the throw, things like that happen.
That gives A.J. Baggs 3 touchdowns, 10 interceptions on the year, and now Tampa Bay an opportunity to go out there and put some points on the board before the half, maybe tie this ball game up. It's 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. For the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, a little counterplay for Jarius Alexander, for Jarius Whitner, and nice play on the backside. That counterplay is long developing, Sonny, and if the pulling blockers get over there and it's a clean handoff, you can get some serious yardage, but if the blocking is no good on the backside, it turns into a big loss like it did there.
Yeah, anytime the pulling guard doesn't quite get over there, you've got yourself in a little bit of a pickle.
It's going to be Greenway under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers, Whitner in the backfield. For Stephen Greenway, minute 29, and counting on 2nd 13, play action pass. Looking, plenty of time, and he's going to have to get out of there. He's going to take off. Nope, he's going to throw it late, and boy, oh boy. That's one of those young wide receivers got to know where they are on the field, as he had 1 foot obviously on the white. He was open, and it was an interesting decision by Greenway to throw that one, but that's just bad spatial awareness.
Know where your feet are. You set your feet before the ball gets there. You set the feet, know they're good, and you lean out from there. Instead, he went for the ball, and his feet were late, and that caused him to go out of bounds.
Well, it could have been a big play. Now you get into this interesting part, which 3rd and 13, Tampa Bay hasn't really taken a whole lot of time off the clock, and if they don't convert this 3rd and long, LA's going to get the ball back and get to make up for that A.J. Baggs interception. It's on 3rd and 13. Greenway dropping back to pass. Blitz picked up nicely. That was a real bad decision. And, Sonny, you were talking about if any team has an edge. Well, Stephen Greenway is 5 of 11 for only 45 yards. So the balls he has been able to complete have been underneath. And he's made some real questionable decisions. Lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Yeah, Ibukum was standing right there, and it looked like that Greenway was throwing the ball to him. His receiver came across his face at the last minute to break that one up. Otherwise, that would have been an interception.
Good punt coverage there to bring down McKinnon before he can get some room. And now A.J. Baggs comes back out on the field. Sonny, just a little late on that throw, but other than that one, Baggs has been pretty solid today.
He has. He's looked pretty good. Now let's see if he can figure it out here. Got to be on time on your throws. That's the valuable lesson you learned last time. 1st
and 10. 3 tight ends over to the right side. Watkins alone to the left for A.J. Baggs. He drops back to pass on 1st and 10. Blitz coming down. Goes Baggs. Jernigan came around the outside unblocked. Overload on the right side. And it was bad news bears for the L.A. Rams as Baggs loses 9 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and long.
And that's unfortunate because you do not need that at this point. Now, if you're Tampa Bay, you're thinking about calling a timeout on the next play if he doesn't pick up any yardage. You want to get 1 shot or 2 shots downfield with your elite wide receiver group.
2nd and 19, 45 seconds and counting. And Baggs going to hand this off to Todd Gurley, who gets hit in the hole and goes down.
Yeah, I call timeout right here.
There it is. Tampa Bay taking a timeout. Seeing that LA, after losing so much on 1st down, comfortable to go into halftime with the lead. Tampa Bay wanting to try to get the ball back, maybe get this ball game tied up. As now it's 3rd and 17. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for A.J. Baggs under center. He's got Todd Gurley in the backfield. Watkins split out to the left. Des Bryant split out to the right side. Everett, the tight end, on the right side of that formation as well. Bryant coming in motion. And on 3rd and 17, Baggs dropping back to pass. Blitz picked up nicely, and he finds Everett underneath, and he has a 1st down and more. Boy, looked like the Buccaneers sent some heat, and it left the tight end Everett all sorts of open. I don't know where those 2 defenders were over in the middle, but they were not guarding where Everett was.
No, and unfortunately, that's where those timeouts do come back to bite you. It's a risk-reward thing. Now you've got LA here on the 44 with the chance to move downfield and having 2 timeouts in their back pocket.
Now it's 1st and 10 for the LA Rams. They've got 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right side. Todd Gurley on the left side of A.J. Baggs in the shotgun. He's going to drop back pass on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down goes Baggs. Another free blitzer, another miscommunication as Sidbury came off the edge. LA's going to take their 2nd timeout, but at the 2nd straight 1st down sack by this Buccaneers defense.
Yeah, and it was just a miscommunication there by the offensive line. The left tackle blocked down. He didn't work outside in, and that led to that big sack there.
Yeah, 2nd and 18, and it's a 4 wide set. 3 over to the left, 1 to the right. As Baggs dropping back, blitz coming once again. This one's picked up. It's thrown over the middle. Oh, that one should have been intercepted the entire way, as there was no chance it was getting to the receiver cutting across the middle. Now a 3rd and long for the LA Rams. Baggs, after throwing that interception, hasn't been making any real nice throws. He seems to be a little shook, as on 3rd and 18, looks like they're setting up just to run the ball here. As it's going to be Baggs in the pistol. He's going to hand it off to Todd Gurley over the right side. Shakes off a 1 tackler and then gets absolutely power slammed. That was just a WWE move. I saw it right there. EA, big fans of the friends over at the World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yeah, that was like a pseudo suplex there. He got him around the waist and swung him down. A little bit of a back arch there. I'd give him like a 4 out of 10 on that.
Yeah, it's like if Brock Lesnar wasn't good at suplexes, which it was an ugly suplex, but it did work for him. As this punt is going to go into the end zone. 11 seconds left. What do you do with 11 seconds and 1 timeout, Sonny? Do you take a shot and basically treat it as a punt? Ah, you wildcat it!
Wildcat.
Sonny, what are your thoughts on the wildcat?
Love it. Love it.
Nothing but love for the Wildcat here in the NBL 6-3 your score. Appreciate again everybody tuning in to NBL live broadcast 211. Again, at the end of this broadcast, we'll have our player of the game selection. We'll also show you that NBL live schedule once again. As on 1st and 10, no Wildcat. They're just going to hand it off to Jarius Whitner, and boy, he cut too far outside. He had a nice hole on the left side. They're just going to go into halftime 6-3 your score. Sonny, I asked you at the 2-minute warning who had the edge, and you said you liked what Bags was doing, and he was doing well, and then these last 2 minutes happens, and my confidence in AJ Bags has dropped a little bit.
Yeah, I think that if you measure the room right now, everybody's a little bit cool on AJ Bags right now. You've got a question right now if he's really mentally prepared to play this game.
As the kick is away, and it's going to go through the back of the end zone, and that's where we get to see the Rams come back out. 6-3 your score. Not a whole lot from Todd Gurley. When he's gotten the ball, he's been able to find some room, but they're trusting AJ Bags. And so far, it's been okay, but the last 2 minutes, Sonny, Bags' confidence took a hit with that interception.
Well, it should take a hit. He's made some bad reads. You go back to the 4 verts. He should have thrown the slot. He threw the inward breaking crosser. Almost threw another interception.
1st and 10, toss play to Todd Gurley over the right side, trying to find some room, shakes off a one-tackler. One thing I'm noticing from Todd Gurley, 8 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown on the day, Sonny. He is a tough customer to bring down, and with the breakaway speed he has, that's a real asset to this running game.
Yeah, and they're trying to get him on the edge where they can match him up against a smaller cornerback out there, see if he can't break a couple tackles. Not seeing a lot between the tackles. I think that's by design. You've got some smaller cornerbacks here for Tampa Bay. 2nd
and 5 as it's AJ Bags under center, Watkins to the left, right, to the right, Todd Gurley. In the backfield for the Rams, up 6-3, looking to extend their lead. Double A in the chat saying, give this man some blocking. As it's Bag dropping back. Blitz picked up, and he's going to toss it underneath to the fullback, Jusic, who just absolutely shakes off one tackler. Gets up to the 44-yard line. Nice job there by the offensive line. Picking up the heat and finding the receiver downfield, who's able to pick up a 1st down.
Yeah, Kyle Juszczyk, he's an all-purpose, multi-tool kind of fullback. He can run, he can catch. Very dangerous out of the backfield.
I formation with Todd Gurley at the top of the eye. 2 wide receivers once again. The Rams like running out of these base tight formations as he drops back to pass on 1st and 10. And once again, Jernigan around the edge. Sonny, the Rams are having a trouble on the offensive line picking up those edge blitzers. Up the middle, they're fairly strong, but if a blitzer gets around the edge, it seems like they've been free all day.
Well, the problem is the number count, right? So you're seeing a 6-man rush a lot from Tampa Bay, but you're seeing LA not keeping blockers in. They use Juszczyk a lot in passing routes, so that fullback, instead of being a blocker, is now running routes. So you've got 6 on 5, which means one guy's always coming free, and that means if you're LA, you got to be ready to throw hot. And right now, AJ Bags just does not understand that concept.
Shout out to Matty I.O. in the chat. Appreciate you joining us. Good to see you again as the fullback Jusic getting his 3rd catch of the day. Boy, the Rams love using this guy out of the backfield. Not a whole lot there. Great coverage by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Not a whole lot going on here for LA. I'm getting a little concerned. All of that optimism early before that 2-minute warning is fading away for me here.
4:18 and counting for the LA Rams as they have a 3rd and 14 pistol formation for AJ Bags. 3 wide receivers, 2 over to the left, 1 over to the right. He's got Todd Gurley in the backfield. 4:09 and counting here in the 3rd quarter as he drops back to back with 3-step drop on 3rd and 14. Rolling, waiting, happy feet. Throws it up into triple, quadruple, quintuple coverage. And unsurprisingly, the pick is taken as AJ Bags making a real questionable decision there. And they come away with the pick. Grant with the pick. And the Buccaneers get the ball back on another suboptimal throw from AJ Bags.
Yeah, unfortunately, sometimes the best throw you can make is the throw you don't make. And right there, LA, they shouldn't have made any throw.
Yeah, no throw needed there. Didn't like the play call. Quick slants on 3rd and 14. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers coming out 1st drive of the 2nd half. Dropping back, looks over to the out route, and a little bit of inaccuracy there from Stephen Greenway. 5 of 12, 45 yards. Sonny, surprised the Buccaneers haven't established the run more.
Yeah, you would think they would do a little bit more with the run. We've seen a couple decent runs, but again, you talked about it. They're one of the worst rushing teams in the league. Why do we expect them to change now?
2nd and 10 for the Buccaneers. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. For Stephen Greenway under center. He's got Whitner in the backfield on 2nd down. They're going to hand it off to Whitner on the right side. The blocking is good. Cuts it upfield. Get near the 1st down marker. Did he get enough at the 49-yard line? Yes, he did. Great blocking on the outside to spring Jarius Whitner for a 1st down.
Okay, I see you now, Tampa Bay. That's a good play call there. Let's see a little bit more running action.
Jarius Whitner, certainly talented. One of the good young running backs in the league. Maybe just hasn't gotten a chance here as Tampa Bay loves throwing the ball with Stephen Greenway. It's going to be the Buccaneers coming out just on the other side of midfield. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. 4 Greenway under center with Whitner in the backfield on 1st and 10. Greenway changing up the play as he surveys the Rams defense. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off to Whitner over the left side. Well, It might have been a little obvious there, Sonny. They get a successful run play. They come back out in that same set. It might have been a little obvious that they were going to hand the ball off to Whitner again.
Maybe just a little bit.
Got to mix up your plays a little bit, folks. Getting predictable is one of the biggest sins here in the NBL. 2nd and 12. I formation. Stephen Greenway under center. 2 wide receivers. He drops back to pass on 2nd down. Blitz coming on the right side. It's picked up nicely. Completes it underneath. Little juke move there, trying to get free. As Greenway completes yet another one underneath to get back a good chunk of that at 3rd and 3. But boy, Sonny, if I am the LA Rams, I'm just running Tampa 2 and hard flatting them because there's been no evidence that Tampa Bay knows how to push it downfield.
It really does seem that that way because they're just not. Well, you know, I say that.
And then, well, it's a little bit of a shot downfield. Ogletree with the big hit, though, to pry that one free, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 3. Sonny, they came out in a cover 2 hard flat. They made the play. LA has really played defense well today, stopping Tampa Bay, but Stephen Greenway's playing right into their hand.
It is. This is a big field goal coming up right here.
Looking to tie this ball game up from the left hash mark. 59-yard attempt. The kick is up. Does it have enough? It does, and we have a tie ball game, 6-6. Sonny, would you take a bet right now at 10-1 odds that this game ends in a tie? I'm just saying.
It's interesting. I would like to counter your bet with over/under total points scored at 20.
Oh, under. Under.
Oh, you're going to take the under. That's interesting.
I'll take the under in that one.
I can see a pick 6 coming here soon.
Certainly possible. Colonel Sanders in the chat in the Tampa Bay race just hit a 3-1 homer to tie the game. Yeah, nah. It's certainly a baseball game right now. JY saying 9-6. I really hate Mark saying it has the makings of a 9-9 tie. Draco, I think in the chat changed his prediction to a 9-9 tie. That's 1st and 10. AJ Baggs dropping back to pass. 2:32 to go. He steps up in the pocket and... well, hey, Sonny, it is hard to throw pick 6 when the ball isn't anywhere in the field of play.
Yeah, that's one way to do it. Protect yourself.
I'm just saying.
Throw it only where you or the water boy can get it.
Double A in the chat saying already 14 point. No, just math tells me no. Still, Double A, I appreciate it. It's still 12. 2nd and 10. It is AJ Baggs under center, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Watkins out to the left, Brian out to the right. Baggs dropping back to pass on 2nd down. Looks over the middle of the field, and well, that one was almost both a interception and a car wreck. As the coverage real nice over the middle there, going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, this right now is just a completely predetermined throw. They've had a couple issues right now, and you're seeing it that route was not open. He let his guy right into another zone.
Well, let's see if they can get a 3rd and 10 shotgun formation for the LA Rams. AJ Baggs bunch formation, 3 to the right, 1 over to the left side. Sammy Watkins has been held quiet today as Baggs drops back to pass on 3rd down. Looking. Only a 3-man rush. He finds Everett underneath as Everett trying to bowl forward, but a nice job. The last-second tackle able to keep Everett from stretching that ball over the line, and the Rams are going to be forced to punt it away. Another 3 and out after such a promising start from the Rams offense.
You know, I'd like to see more curl routes, more sit routes here on 3rd down for both these teams because you're getting pretty much cover 3 or some variation, 3-6, something like that every time on 3rd down. And what that tells you is you're going to have a hard time throwing any sort of kind of crossing type routes because you're going to cross from one zone right into the other. So if I'm these teams, I'm looking for something that's going to sit inside those zones and they're going to kind of show the weaknesses of that zone defense.
While we got a second here in the 3rd quarter, I want to give a big shout out, as always, to our graphic sponsor, web3ks.com. They sponsor our pregame show. They do a ton of graphics for us. If you or anyone you know needs graphics done for an affordable price, hit up web3ks.com. Let them know MBL sent you. You get a 15% discount on your entire order. Web3ks.com, the leaders in affordable graphic design. As the Buccaneers offense comes back out, play action pass. Greenway rolling out to the right side, has the corner route open. It is complete. He's got some room as he'll go into enemy territory down to the 42-yard line. Nice throw by Stephen Greenway. Nice route run. And Tampa Bay finally getting a big play on offense over the top as Godwin comes down with his 3rd catch.
Yeah, and a little surprised you're seeing Godwin out there. He's getting a lot of play. Haven't seen a whole lot of Hale and Tanner right now. Kind of wondering what's going on with that.
Hale's hurt.
Okay, well, that makes me feel better.
That's why you haven't seen Hale. Tanner, though, is out there. He's split out to the left. Godwin split out to the right. Whitner in the backfield as he's going to send
wow, great
sends
block.
the motion. A block on the outside on Cam Chancellor, and Whitner has been sprung. He gets up to the 22-yard line, 20 yards on the play. Sonny, that's all it takes sometimes. It's not just it doesn't have to be a big lockdown block. Just chipping him enough will spring your running back.
Can we talk about number 43 right now? That guy is a football player. To steal one from John Gruden, he got out there. He blocked 2 guys. He blocked 2 guys, one hand on each guy, just enough there to make a miss.
This is formation for Stephen Greenway, 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers. Whitner in the backfield. On 1st and 10 as we're nearing the end of the 3rd quarter, down under 50 seconds to go. Tight ends coming in motion from the right side. He's going to move back into the backfield, and they're going to hand off a little counter play to Jarius Whitner. He's got some room on the left side. He has a 1st down and more. He's through all the way. Whitner winding and weaving his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. What a job blocking on the outside, and finally, some good vision from the running backs in this game, as Jarius Whitner sort of weaved his way through his blockers and found the end zone as they go up 13-6.
Oh, LSU. My over under 20. I'm feeling pretty good about my over.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good about the ineptitude of these offenses. Who knows? It could stay like this. I'm not putting it out there that they lose points on this one. As let's compliment saying, hey, I'm loving the stream. You're doing such a great job. I'm off to continue my mission of spreading positivity. Have a great day. We certainly love the positivity. Big part of our mission here at the MBL, spreading positivity about the things that we love, one of them being the game that we love of Madden football. Sonny, we are not too far away from Madden 19 coming out.
Oh, there's still some time, OSU.
There's
still
some time.
hope for all of these teams to win titles, including, your Oakland Raiders, my Tennessee Titans.
No, that's not happening. That's also not happening. I'll give you more chance, though, than the Raiders. 1st and 10. Shotgun formation for A.J. Baggs, 3 wide receivers. And it's going to be hand off Todd Gurley right up the gut. And nice job to open up the hole there for Gurley. He's taken down at the 33-yard line. Give made on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 2.
So the defensive hype, or the defensive tackle, he sheds the blocker across the face. And he basically leaves that massive gap right there open.
Got him! That big shed didn't do anything for the defense. As 2nd and 2, 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 over to the right side. Now they're going to flip the play, putting 3 wide receivers out there, 2 to the right. Now 1 on the left, Todd Gurley to the right of A.J. Baggs as he takes the handoff. And that was a pretty obvious flip of the run as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers doing a nice job of recognizing that one, getting some early penetration. Going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and right there they sold out. They knew that he was running that direction. They just told everybody, run that way, hit somebody. They did that well.
Sonny, have you ever, I'm just watching this, not good or bad, but I'm watching Serpent call these plays. What do you typically call them out of formation, or do you use like some of those play calling tools, like calling out of whatever personnel you have on the field, or the type of play?
Nope, always out of the formation.
I'm just curious. I've never seen anybody call so much out of that. I've seen him use the personnel quite a bit. As 3rd and 4, quick 3-step drop throw over the middle. It's complete to Sammy Watkins, who's been quiet today, and he takes up to the 49-yard line. I don't know what that defense was, but boy, it left that slant route on the left side all sorts of open.
Yeah, it was very porous defense is what that was.
I don't think porous is a word you want to describe your defense. Good for a sponge, not good for the defense.
Inept? Is that
That's
better?
not better. That's not better, folks. As a reminder, stick with us to the end of the game. We'll have our NBL Live Player of the Game selection. We'll also show you our NBL Live schedule for the upcoming games here on the NBL Network. As on 1st and 10, it's going to be hand up Todd Gurley, counterplay to the right side. He ran into his own blocker a little bit, and that held him up. He'll get to the 47-yard line, though. Give him 4 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6.
And right there, that's unfortunate because he did have a good little running lane there, but he's got to kind of drop that shoulder just enough to just kind of duck under his own guy because it wasn't much that slowed him down, but it was enough to really impact the play.
Now 2nd and 6 for the Rams as they are on the other side of midfield at the 47-yard line. Shotgun formation for A.J. Baggs, 4 wide receivers, and they're going to hand it off to Todd Gurley once again. But a nice job on the left side, able to bring down Gurley down for only a 1-yard gain. Going to bring up a 3rd and 5, Sonny. We're seeing a much more concerted effort after A.J. Baggs has sort of fallen off the wagon to run the ball with Todd Gurley.
Well, and again, Gurley just not seeing the hole there. If he would have cut it upfield rather than keep running at the left tackle, it was sealed off. The pulling guard sealed the linebacker. He had a lane to run, but he just missed it.
3rd and 5 now for the Rams, as it's going to be Bags under center. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. He drops back to pass, only a 3-man rush. And it's picked off over the middle. Ah, what a play by the middle linebacker as Quan Alexander gets his 2nd pick of the day. He sort of hid behind the defensive line, and when it looked like the throw was going over the middle, Quan Alexander leapt up, go, gadget, springs, and pulls down the pick.
Yeah, Quan Alexander's got some hops. I did not think it was possible for that dude to get up that high, but there he is. He's going up, and he's making a statement, maybe NBL Live Player of the Game worthy.
Certainly, as he has 2 picks on the day. Another great user play there. A lot of people touting the user on that one. Shotgun formation for Stephen Greenway. 3 wide receivers out there. On 1st and 10, it's going to be hand off to Jarius Whitner right up the middle as he finds a hole somehow and gets up to the 50-yard line. 11 carries, 80 yards, Sonny. I have been impressed with Whitner, especially here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, he's little, he's squirrely. He's kind of getting in those running lanes, and you lose track of him, and he's getting kind of impressive here. I think he's also in play for NBL Live Player of the Game.
Something will be interesting as we finish up this game to see if any other standout performances come out to get NBL Live Player of the Game for broadcast 211. 2nd and 4 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers for Stephen Greenway. Both wide receivers over to the left side. Jarius Whitner in the backfield. 4-14 and counting now in the game. It's going to be a toss play. Whitner over the left side. He cuts it up. Oh, Jarius Whitner's got some room. Oh, the over's about to be made as Butler, the last man back, and he trips him up at the 5-yard line as Whitner goes over 100 yards. Great blocking, great vision, and Jarius Whitner. Wow, what a job by this running back here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, Whitner, I declare Quan Alexander firmly in the driver's seat for NBL Live Player of the Game, but here comes Whitner trying to prove us all wrong, and I think a touchdown here may just lock it up for him.
Yeah, as 2 tight ends out there for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That 1 tight end is going to move in from the right side over to the left side. So Jarius Whitner taking the carry over the right side, fighting through a tackle. He's going to get just short. Boy, I thought that ball was on the line, but he'll be taken down at the 1-yard line. Sonny, I got to give credit to Tampa Bay Buccaneers. One of the big reasons why I sort of thought this was going to be under is because the Buccaneers look like they were content to throw the ball all around. They've really established the run game here, which has also kept the turnovers off the board and sort of the inaccuracies of Stephen Greenway, who was not doing very well. As on 2nd goal, it's a handoff to Whitner. Once again, can't get in. Great tackle there, but it's been a great adjustment from the Buccaneers.
Wow, I am surprised Whitner did not get in there. I thought for sure he had it. Would have liked to see him maybe try to go up and over there, but nonetheless, 3rd and 1. This is big right here. A touchdown here will seal this game. Even a field goal here may lock this one up, but you got to try to punch it in.
Yeah, 2 tight ends, man coming in motion. They're going to run the wide receiver quick, and
hey-oh.
Boy, they real sandwiched the inside, and the jet sweep worked. Touchdown Buccaneers. They're in firm control, Sonny, and the way A.J. Bags. Boy, Sonny, when we were looking at this early, Stephen Greenway and the Buccaneers didn't appear to be able to do anything offensively. They've rattled off 19 straight points, and A.J. Bags has looked terrible. The Buccaneers look destined to pull away the victory.
Yeah, it's kind of a tale of 2 halves here for Tampa Bay. They decide they're going to commit to the run, and since they've done that, this team's looked really good.
Speaking of looking really good, boy, that kicker's hair is flowing. As this kick is away, going to be taken just inside the 5-yard line. Leonard up past the 15 to the 20. Makes a man miss on the juke move. He'll get up to the 25-yard line. Sonny, how quickly do the Rams need to score to really have a chance in this game?
I would say before the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, that's fair. They do have all 3 timeouts, but they need to find a way to get something working downfield. Fellow Blitz in the chat saying, tell the fat lady to get her mic tuned. Sub-Zero saying, I think I hear somebody singing in the distance. Let's see if the Rams can find something, as offensive yards have been pretty even. It's been some turnovers from A.J. Bags. It's really sealed this game in the 2nd half. 1st and 10. Bags dropping back to pass on 1st down. Waiting. Wow, he just got sacked through a blocker, but boy, I don't know how much more time you want. The blocking was good for so long, Sonny. Bags just couldn't pull the trigger.
Yeah, you got to make a decision at that point. That's on the quarterback. You had plenty of time there. You had a couple guys open. It may have not been what you necessarily wanted, but you got to come off. Your eyes have to come off your initial receiver. If he's not open, man coverage, you got to make another throw.
Is the fat lady warming up? Yeah, she's warming up. She's doing her vocal exercises in the back here. Let's see if the LA Rams can tell her to get back in her dressing room, as it's going to be Bags dropping back, setting up a little screen pass to Todd Gurley. A bad throw, though, on that, Sonny? Was that a bad throw? Or was that Todd Gurley with a weird catch animation?
Yeah, I think it's just bad animation.
3rd and 11 now. Rams needing a conversion. 2:30 and counting. Shotgun formation for A.J. Bags. He's got Gurley to his left. He's got 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. He's going to take the snap here on 3rd and 11. Waiting, looking, lobbing it up to the left side, making Sammy Watkins go up for it. Sonny wants to get the lob pass, putting Sammy Watkins in danger.
Yeah, somebody needs to tell A.J. Bags that there's a time to put loft on the ball. This is not the time. Rocket that one in there, and this one is looking over, folks.
They need a conversion here on 4th and 11 with 2:20 to go. Otherwise, Tampa Bay is going to get the ball back on the 24-yard line and look to put more points on the board or probably just run this ball game out. 4th and 11. It's going to be 3 wide receivers over to the right side, 1 tight end standing on the left, Todd Gurley to the left of A.J. Bags. 24-yard line, 2:20 to go in the game. And this one, maybe to save the Rams season. The Rams need a win to get some momentum going and stay alive in the NFC West. That is still very winnable. It's going to be Bags dropping back to pass, waiting. Oh, he is wide open the entire time. And Dez Bryant goes up and makes the catch at the 49-yard line. What do I know, Sonny? I'm done.
And Dez Bryant, too. I mean, I think he's basically increased his catches by 50% so far on the year in this game alone.
Blitz coming up the middle. Throws over to the left side. It's Everett who... I just want I want a montage of my...
Just put the last 2 up against each other. How did they catch that one and then drop that?
People still celebrating about Dez. How about Everett with the old flub there? 2nd and 10 now. For the Rams, we've hit, we're under 2 minutes to go. Throw over the middle. Why not? That one. So we go from an unbelievable catch to an unbelievable drop to a pick. And there you go. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Is that Quan Alexander
It
again?
was. That was his 3rd pick.
Oh, God. We're going to have a good discussion here for player of the game.
I just want a montage of my exasperated faces as some of these plays happen, because that's how I feel my life is. Colonel Sanders saying Quan got more interceptions than the Rams points. Like in the season? Or like today?
He said he almost does. So he's got 3 picks. Rams only scored 6 points.
I missed that word. Yeah, everybody in the chat actually thinking that there was going to be a discussion, Sonny. I'm getting everybody saying Quan with 3 picks, Quan player of the game, no discussion. Sonny, I don't think there was actually a discussion.
I mean, Whitner with 2 touchdowns and like 140 yards.
Only 1 touchdown. He didn't get in the second time.
Oh, you're right, because they did the play action quick. Yeah, you're right. I think it is pretty set here, unless he keeps breaking these tackles.
Rams using, Jay White saying, unless Whitner breaks a big one here. Porter saying Bliss. I hope he means Alexa Bliss. She can always win player of the game. 20-6 your score. And again, stick with us for that NBL Live player of the game at the end of the game. And we'll also show you the NBL Live schedule coming up so you guys can see the matchups here on the NBL Network. 3rd and 9 shotgun formation for Stephen Greenway. And the Tampa Bay Buccaneers primed to get their 3rd win on the season. Rams looking destined to stay at 1 win. It's going to be a handoff over the left side. Whitner does shake off 1 tackle, then goes for another spin move, which was not necessary. And the Rams are going to use their final timeout and get the ball back, still clinging to a bit of hope.
Yeah, that spin move was unnecessary. I think if he kept running, he may have had a chance. But nonetheless, the Rams going to get the ball back here with no timeouts and 1:40 to try to score twice when they've only been able to score once all game.
The punt is away on 4th and 11. McKinnon, with his heels on the goal line, is going to have to take this one. Tries to make a man miss. He does. He's got some room up the right side. Boy, a little shake and bake there, Sonny. That was a nice return from McKinnon and one of the few bright spots on the day for the LA Rams.
Well, that and Dez Bryant.
That and Dez Bryant. Hey, by the way, big shout out to the Vegas Golden Knights. They won 3-0 tonight to get to the Western Conference Final. This expansion team might actually win the Stanley Cup. That's how crazy it is. Haven't seen an expansion team do this well in quite a long time in any sport, and the Vegas Golden Knights are making everyone look silly who doubted them. 1st and 10. Dropping back to pass is A.J. Bags.
Tell me that's Quan. No.
That's not. It's not Quan Alexander. It is picked off, though. As Bags throws his 4th interception of the game. And, Sonny, that gives A.J. Bags 3 touchdowns and 13 interceptions on the season. Maybe the Bags experiment is done. He is making it interesting. Last year we saw this with the San Francisco quarterback, the sophomore slump. Bags might be trying to compete for a worse slump.
Yeah, it is arguable that his fall from grace has been worse because he was the #1 overall pick. They traded up to get their guy, and he's just not very good.
Not this year, at least. And really, there are some times, Sonny, you see quarterbacks struggle. They've been let down by either offensive line or the wide receivers. Boy, the decision making by A.J. Bags today. When he made good throws early, he was rolling. It was his decisions late in the game, from pretty much the second quarter on, that doomed this team.
Yep. That's all I got to say about that. Yep.
Yeah, just not a whole lot more to say as the play clock running down. Fellow but saying sophomore slump, he might get it together next year. How's that going out in San Francisco?
Oh, not very good.
There are teams that can recover from sophomore slump. It's tough, though. It's tough because this shakes your confidence, folks. As that's going to take us to the end of the game. I think we're pretty much good. I don't need to sit here for another 30 seconds. Let's get our NBL Live player of the game out of the way, Sonny Weaver. Let's have a discussion. Quan Alexander?
Quan Alexander.
Good talk. Boy, he made a couple great plays, Sonny. It wasn't just like easy interceptions. It was jumping routes and making the right reads.
It was an amazing performance out there. Quan Alexander basically won this game for their team because they weren't doing much. And then as the interceptions started rolling there, Quan Alexander kind of took this team on his back and put him in a position to win the game.
Your final score, once again, folks, from L.A. is the Buccaneers coming away with a 20-6 victory. And that's with Stephen Greenway only completing 46% of his passes. So a great job defensively from the Buccaneers. Quan Alexander's going to be your player of the game. Here for Broadcast 211. You can check out all of our Play of the Game selections on our website, 365.maddenbomberleague.com, under the NBL Live tab. You can check it back all the way back to Broadcast number 1. You can also join the NBL if you are so inclined. Apply to join the Grid, the development league of the Madden Bomber League. And you can also buy one of our sweet new Gold Standard t-shirts on the website. That's, again, 365.maddenbomberleague.com. Let's take a look at that NBL Live schedule. We're done with Week 8, moving on to Week 9. Sonny, this is an interesting matchup because we get to see one of those teams that is one of the nice surprises in the NBL, the Baltimore Ravens. They're 7-1 right now. They're going to face off against a Patriots team who just got beat by the Buffalo Bills and got beat real good. They're going to be coming out with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. The Ravens looking to stay really having a real nice season. This could be a nice win for the Ravens if they can pull it out.
Yeah, I think the Ravens have got to get this win. It's a win against a good team this year, the New England Patriots leading the AFC East. We'll see how this one goes. I think if New England has a chance to get into the playoffs, they're going to have to beat this Ravens team. So should be a good battle to watch.
Bomber in the chat saying Carmella is the GOAT. Sure, she is great on the mic. And if she can get a little better in ring, she'll be very good. But Alexa Bliss forever. Anywho. Sonny, a weird game. It was a weird game tonight. But the better team won. And the Buccaneers now move to 3 wins. Where do you see this Buccaneers team going from here?
I think they could they could reach heights of 4, maybe even 5 wins this year.
Sonny with overwhelming confidence in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, we appreciate everybody tuning in tonight to NBL Live Broadcast 211. For my co-host, Sonny Weaver, I'm OSU. Once again, your final score. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers come away with a 20-6 victory against the Los Angeles Rams. We will see you next week, Ravens and Patriots, right here on NBL Live.